Alright, this time I'm working with the file project 3 companion file, and here's another again project. This is a fairly good one, still lacking some things if you ask me, but it's taking a look at a recording company where they have three bands in this company. So it says Interscope Rock. They have a summary sheet up here first. It doesn't matter if it's first or last. Scroll up, they've got a bunch of different artists here: Nine Inch Nails, Drag, Audioslave, Institute. Unfortunately, I don't know any of these bands, but that's not the point. This is the summary where I compare, again, band to band to band numbers, but each band has its own sheet. So if I take a look at the 9 sheet, again, I'm scrolling up to the top. Here's this little description of Nine Inch Nails. It's very creative in how it's laid out. All this is a bunch of cells filled with black, white text. I scroll down here on row 25. Keeps a list of the albums this band made. Nine Inch Nails further down the line with a nice little comment with it. Year it was released, number of CDs sold, dollars generated. It's $15 for a CD. It's got a cute little picture by each of these albums. But they widen some rows here. Didn't really do too much. If you take all the formatting off, it's really not much with this sheet. If I scroll down, it's got the totals, number of albums 5. They got the little count function here, just to count how many albums they have. The average CD sold, highest, lowest, which usually I don't care about. A couple of quick pie charts about the 9 Inch Nails, nice little dollar generated column chart. And then they probably took a long time to create this one sheet, 9 Inch Nails. This 9 sheet, and then copied and pasted the whole sheet over to Drag. Right? If I take a look at Drag, it's basically the same setup, but of course they changed the labels and the values. So here's a little paragraph about Drag, whoever they are, picture of them. They look so charming. And again, same thing about their different albums sold. Only 5 albums for all of these bands, which seems a little unrealistic, but I'll go with it. And again, these same charts, basically the same charts copied over. When you copy the sheet, just change the numbers and the charts automatically adjust. Right? Audioslave has their own sheet too. Again, Mythically 5, just 5 albums too. They're all on sync here. And then they just pull the numbers into the summary sheet. Right? If I go back to the summary sheet, there's this here. It has these 4 bands. And again, this is the simplest formula in the world, right? It's the average number of CDs sold, takes it from that 9 sheet, sells C35, and puts it in. So fairly straightforward. Again, they have a sheet with more charts on it here. Again, the nice thing about this sheet is it's got nice formatting. It's a pretty spreadsheet. Matters for some people. For me, I more care about the formulas. But take a look at how it works. Next week I'll do a couple of videos about things you can add on. Because this sheet, if you ask me, it could help if I had like a sheet that keeps track of my employees, right, who works for me, or like I have an example of a database of how many albums are sold in different stores, where I have a little database so I can do some pivot tables off of. But you can always add to these things to make it more. But again, the key thing when you do your own project is, don't come up with a project that looks just like this, right? Because generally, if I see a student that has one row with some information that has a little picture next to it, it's just, and there's only 5 of them, they copied it from this particular project. Do your own project. Try to be creative. Some people have done, restaurants before, where they got one sheet keeping track of the bar tab, another sheet keeping track of the dinner tab, another sheet keeping track of the lunch tab, another sheet keeps track of employees, and they just pull it all into the summary sheet. Some people have done Disney World, right, where they do the different Disney parks. Some people have done like Madison Square Garden, where you got the Rangers, the Knicks playing there. Maybe keeping track of the circus on their sheet, and then you want to keep your total revenues in the summary sheet of all of Madison Square Garden. You don't have to do everything that goes on at Madison Square Garden, but to get the idea, because again, most things in business are separated into multiple sheets, and you just bring it all together in a summary sheet.